What are we looking for in the preseason finale? Just like you said before, Mike Tomlin has made it known that the starters will go out there and they will see a chunk of plays, just like they did last year, where the third preseason game, they saw more action than they did in the first two. What do you still have left to see in the Pittsburgh Steelers, if anything, as they head to Atlanta?
Well, yeah, I mean, you kind of got it there at the end. I feel mostly set. It's
Yeah.
more just kind of touching up the edges. Like you can't really ask for much more than what this team has given you through 2 weeks of the preseason. But I think I would like to see the secondary get tested a little bit
Yes.
and just see how they kind of because feel like in these first 2 games, I mean, I don't think they were tested at all against the Bucks. I don't think the defense as a whole was tested by the Bucks really at all. Unless you want to talk about second or third team. But against the Bills, I really don't think that they were tested at all.
Yeah.
Josh Allen was running for his life the entire time. Alex Highsmith and TJ Watt and Cam Hayward were making his life hell. And Nick Herbig was making his life hell too. Um, so that kind of artificially limited how much the secondary could. I don't think they were bad by any means, but it did limit kind of what you could see from them. You didn't see Patrick Peterson have to make plays against Stephon Diggs. You didn't really see Levi Wallace have to make some plays against Gabe Davis or anything like that. So I'm just interested in how they respond when they're actually kind of when some pressure's put on them and when they actually have to make some plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Yep, I agree. I agree. And I have the same thought. That is exactly what I'm looking for. Just to expand on it, I want Joey Porter to play some first team reps. I want to
Mm,
see and like a chunk of them. Like I want to see Joey Porter with Patrick Peterson or Joey Porter with Levi Wallace. I want to see that mix. I want to see how well it works. I want to see him get tested against guys like Drake London. I just want to see if he's ready. I that's what I would have because that's the biggest remaining question is the secondary. Just like you said, like the defensive front looks ridiculous. They
yeah.
like ridiculous. The safeties we had really no concerns with coming in here. Elijah Riley and Shannon Sullivan. I mean, I put out my 53-man roster today, and I had to cut somebody because I was like, you can't get rid of these guys. So they look fine. The corners, like just the outside corners, like how they haven't been tested. I have full faith in Levi Wallace. He's not a guy that worries me. But Patrick Peterson has definitely had his off days during training camp from time to time. Joey Porter Jr. It's tough to get a read on this guy because he comes up with a pick, but he comes up with a pick against nobody on a terrible
Khalil
pass. But
Shakir. Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
Matt
Who
Barkley.
and Matt Barkley, which Shakir is not bad, but like that pass was so bad that like
Yeah.
he should have intercepted it. And I would just like to see them. I would like to see him have a larger role this week to see if things work. I want to see him and Pat P and Levi Wallace kind of form some chemistry. I would like to see if the secondary has options because right now we have no idea what they're going to
Mhm.
do. And I guess we'll see week 1, but I'd much rather figure that out against Atlanta, especially against a guy like Desmond Ritter. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of like an ease into it, Like you're not going up against even if it is Brock Purdy, you're not going up against Brock Purdy. You're going up against Desmond Ritter, who people have feelings about. Like
Yeah.
ease your way into those things.
Right. And I feel like Joey is is right now, he's too good for like he he's like a kid who's like too good for JV, but not yet good enough for varsity. And
Yes.
like you want to see if he's actually got those varsity reps in him and if he can be capable in, under a brighter state. Can he rise to the moment, and not just kind of beat up on guys that he's more talented than.
Yep. That sounded just like a Tomlinism. You
Yeah.
you've been
Yeah.
hanging out with Mike way too long this summer. Way too long this summer. But I agree with you. With that, we're heading out of here. Thank you guys so much for jumping on to another episode of All Steelers Talk. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/All Steelers Talk. Find us anywhere you get your podcasts and make sure to hit that download button. Like this video and find all of our work at allsteelers.com and our pick coverage at insidethepanthers.com. We will be back on Wednesday. Enjoy another beautiful day in the Berg. Peace.